lucky ones, we have a special video for you guys today, man. We are going to be teaching you guys how to solo squad in Warzone Season 3. And yes, you guys heard me right. I'm going to be showing you guys how to 1v4, including positioning, repositioning, trigger discipline, and most importantly, how to use LOS, line of sight, to your guys' advantage. And I'll be showcasing this in a 30-bomb solo squad. So if you guys enjoy the content, and I'm so serious about this, if you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe with those push noties on. You guys know every single time I upload a new video. All right, guys, peace out, and we'll see you guys next time. All right, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to solo squad, and let me just say this. The number one question I get, and it's a general question with a general answer, is how do I become more confident, or how do I get better at solo squads? Now, there's specific answers to that question, but to answer it real quick as a whole before we really get into the specifics as I break this gameplay down, this 30-kill gameplay, the more you play, and this is like anything, like the more you public speak, for example, the more confident you become with it and the easier it becomes. I mean, I play this game 8 hours a day, and you know, the more I play, the more reps I get in, the more confident I become, the more, you know, it just becomes a lot easier for me to play the game. So that's like with anything, man. You're gonna pick up solo squads maybe for the first time, and you're gonna be terrible at it, and that's okay. It's about getting more reps in, getting more time into the game, and becoming confident as much as you can be. So I'm going to be jumping in here, and the first fight I'm going to be taking in here is Bank. Now, the first thing I like to look at, whether you have a super UAV or just advanced UAV, or an advanced UAV or normal UAV. Again, this is when the update was out, but I'm going to pop a UAV, and you're going to see your surroundings. You need to take a fight that is off rip, the closest to you, because the closest to you fight is going to be a lot faster, and the likelihood of them having a loadout is going to be very unlikely, especially depending on how fast you get yours. Okay, so this is important right here. So I land near cop, and I'm about to get an ATV. So I go ahead and get this. I'm about to start flying. Now, there's a team fire, and there's a one player gas, I think 2 or 3 fire. By doing this is what I like to call baiting a car. And I don't see it often, and it's a tip I think it's one of the best things to do. I'm going to go ahead and fling the ATV in the opposite direction of where I'm going. I'm going to turn it a little bit, throw it that way, and continue to go straight. Now, they'll probably see that car become active and inactive, meaning it went red to white, and they probably think I'm pushing stadium based off the car's positioning. But by fact, I'm actually pushing straight towards them. So the likelihood of them thinking I'm pushing them, not there, and they're gonna have their backs to me. Now, I have 3 dots. I have one just upper fire, one towards gas, and one, the third guy, already crossed going towards blue. I need to take the closest fight, or the fight that's about to leave my POV. Now, the guy on the right's already gone. The guy gas is too deep, so I'll take the closest one. I'm gonna throw that live mark. That live mark's important because I'm able to track him even though he's on the other side of this hill. AMAX in hand, jump up, peek that, go for the headshots, go for the down. Now, this is important. Watch me drop to the floor. As soon as I get the kill, I'll drop to the floor. I'm moving, reload, looking for the second kill, getting that kill. There are a lot of times where I see people get the first kill, and they're just standing there reloading, looking around. Move around, especially when there's no cover near you. You need to be dropping, laying down, sliding as much as you can do to get out of anyone else's LOS line of sight. The LOS is important for yourself, but also it's something other players use against you a lot. Another tactic right here, well, a little bit more elaborating on the reload thing. I'm going to see a player jump in right here. I'm kind of in the open, but I want to continue playing aggro, right? So I'm going to get this kill, and I'm still hunting. I know there's players here. I'm still hunting. I'm going to get a reload in, but as I'm reloading, I'm looking around, seeing if there's anything to do, and continuing to push forward. I'm not tucking a corner and reloading there, because what happens is, because there are other teams, maybe there's a team ghosted. If I tuck myself in a corner, I'm reloading an AR specifically, and they push me, I'm not going to have enough time to switch weapons. And I'm definitely not going to take a close quarter gunfight, a 1v4, 1v2, 1v1 with an AMAX caught mid reload. So I'm moving, you know, it's a little bit hard to hit my shots. And this is important right here. 2 players in bar, 1 player red, 2 blue. Notice what guns I'm using for each fight and how I'm taking each fight. So the Mac 10 first, I'm going to creep open. That's important. We'll talk about that later. I'm going to creep up. Deady in hand. I'm gonna go for this. I go for the full gear here so my Deady can re-up. Deady re's up. I drop down immediately with the Mac 10. I can either A, hold this head glitch and wait for this player from the outside to run in because I know he's coming, or B, I meet him outside. And the reason I'm gonna go for the sliding, canceling outside is 1, I've Deady repopped, and 2, I peeked open that door. And because I peeked open it, my angle and the LOS I have is a lot smaller than if I banged open the door and it was a lot bigger. So because of that, I'm like, okay, you know, I gotta rush out here. I'm gonna slide open. He's gonna break through that door. I'm gonna go for the full kill. Now I'm like, all right, I got 2 kills. Look at this player now pushing in from bottom red. He's either flying in or he's on foot. The AMAX is the best gun to use during this fight. And we're going to talk about centering right now for this fight. As I rush out there, my crosshairs with the AMAX is centered on his chest or where his chest might be. If he slides, I'll be able to get a headshot. The chest is a lot of a bigger area to hit, and I talk about it in my recoil control video. So I'm aiming for the chest at first, and then from there, I work my way up to the head. Even if I land one shot with the headshot, it's going to kill him a lot faster than just all chest shots. So slide down here. I hit the chest first, and then I slowly work my way up to the head. I think I land 1 or 2 headshots. Check the kill feed. Yep, that's a headshot. I'm able to get the full kill on that. A player outside blue. I'm going to rush towards that. This is where I call slowing down tempo. So I see a deady to my left-hand side. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just wait because this deady's about to run out. I'm going to pop it if you get a new deady so I can pretty much secure this kill and rush up here with deady. Because taking fights in buildings can be very tricky, especially in quads. Now, with this fight, I didn't know this, but not a lot of people know this. But when you pop a UAV, I didn't know that a lot of people didn't know this. So when I pop a UAV or when you pop a UAV, there's an upper arrow above the red dot or below the dot. And if it's upper, that means there's a floor below you. If there's lower, there's a floor below you. I thought a lot of people knew that, but I guess they didn't. And if there's no arrow at all, they're in the same floor as you. But in case you didn't know, now you know. I thought a lot of people in the stream were talking about how they didn't know. Gonna go ahead and get that kill. And even though, notice how this player has his back to me. I could easily just turn the corner right and just start shooting him. But instead of that, I'm constantly moving because you don't want to put yourself in an idle position. I see that so many times when people are taking, especially close quarter gunfights. As soon as they see him, they stop moving and just start shooting. No, because if a third party comes into play or somebody's watching you, you're going to be a much easier target to hit. And by putting yourself in the idle position, it's a lot harder to grab momentum to go in for a slide cancel, to go into a bunny hop. So continue to move even if it looks stupid. I promise you it's a lot safer. Pop advanced UAV, and we're going to work our way towards hospital. Now I'm going to talk about rotation for a second. Most people say, okay, which fight to take? Let's go array because it's the closest fight. Or let's rush all the way to the hills, which is down here. The fight you're going to want to take is the one that's non-existent. It's in hospital. And the reason I'm going for hospital is because all these players are going to eventually have to rotate. I could easily rush up here and go up the hill and take this fight. But now I got this team rotating. This team rotating. Positioning is not ideal. Rotation is good, not good positioning. So I'll rotate towards hospital. I'll take this fight. I'll take all this and I'll work this whole edge right here because these players are going to work down the hill. I'll be able to capitalize on a couple kills. So let's go ahead and fast forward towards that. See how to take those fights.
Yep, there we go.
So there's not really much to talk about when it came to those fights. But now look where I'm at right now. So we got these 3 players in the building. I need to create an opening. I get this a lot. Lucky, how do I take a 1v4? How do I take a 1v3? It's so hard. Well, it's because you're most likely taking a fight by just rushing them head on when they know you're there. The only time you can push a fight, especially in a building when they have their eyes on you, is if you create an opening. So I need to create an opening if they see me. If not, I can sneak up in there. So I'm rushing up. I'm holding this down. Using the car as cover also to get out of their LOS. Switching the AMAX. Slowing down tempo. See him. Opening. Boom. That 1v4 or 1v3 turns into 1v2 or 1v3 now. Double nade that for the full kill. I have the deady up. Gonna go ahead and slide cancel up top. Gonna go for the full kill right away. Now I go for the full kill here. And by doing that, I don't over expose myself. I still stay behind cover. Switch the AMAX. Go for the full kill there. So when you're going for the full kills, you got to really pick and choose which ones you don't want to. And the way to pick and choose how to go for the full kill and how to take those fights. I talked about how to take those fights, positioning and rotations. But when I go for the full kill, it's very scenario based. So you got, depending on the situation. But something I can tell you guys, don't overexpose yourself. By overexposing yourself, you put yourself in this position where you're just shooting a person on the floor that's not getting up. Or maybe they're self-reviving, but they're not doing any harm to you. And by doing that, you're going to put yourself in this position, an idle position, like I talked about before, and die. So if you're going for the full kill, make sure there's no one else can see you, and you're in a tucked-in spot. Now, something I messed up here, and you saw on the hill, is trigger discipline. So I took some shots on a kill that I knew I wasn't going to get. So it wasn't a perfect gameplay. This 30 bomb's not a perfect gameplay. I took a shot on a player that I knew I could get the full kill on, and that exposes my location. By that, I can't take that fight anymore. You already see their crosshairs. They're starting to look towards me. So I have to now take, okay, I have to take another fight, reposition myself a little bit better so that I can pretty much set myself up for success. And as I'm rotating here, I could have easily went down the street, but because the car is such an easy shot because I can't shoot back and I'm not really moving, my person, the car itself is, I'm using the ramp on the left-hand side to use that as cover. Watch this. Talk about how easy it is to beam people out the car. Even though they have their back to me, I'm able to get 1 knock on that, get a reload on that, look for the second knock. Gonna get a full kill on one of the players. Gonna get another knock there. 3 players jump out the car. I'm going. This is a tricky fight. Yes, they're all out in the open, but they're all kind of scattered. And look at my ammo count. I have about a mag and a half left. I need to go for the full kill on one. Gonna get a re-knock on that guy. Going for that. Not gonna get the full kill. I have about 35 bullets left. 32. One player's gonna get up behind me. I'm gonna get the full kill on that. Now that puts me on 14 kills with 65. A good pace to have is around 15 with 50 up. So I'm pretty much there. I'm checking the car. I'm like, all right, listen, I don't have a lot of ammo, but if I could go for the full kill on this guy, because the other guy that looks like he's rotating far apart, I'll be able to have one kill under my belt, another one, and then I can use the Mac 10 for a close quarter fight. So I'm going for the full kill. Boom. There's actually another player there. Gonna get the re-knock on that. I should have mounted here. Another mistake. I should have mounted here with the Mac 10. Probably would have took less shots, but instead, I was still able to get it. But now I'm gonna go ahead. If you have the eco, buy an ammo box at the nearest buy. A lot of you guys are might thinking, Lucky, why didn't you go for the buy station? Lucky, or why didn't you go for the loot off the guys you killed? The position it was at, the information, knowing that there's a lot of ghosted players there is not 100% confidence in myself, knowing like, hey, I could push this area, right? I could push this area and be okay. Because if there's a ghosted player and I'm out in the open with no cover, I'm dead. So I'm like, you know what? Even if I didn't have the money, I probably would have rotated on foot because I still had the Mac 10 and I've been picky with my fights. So no, not only be picky with your fights, but again, be picky with the loot you pick up. This ends up being a 1v, 2v, or 2 teams. Gonna get a knock on 1, get a knock on 2. I gotta go for the full kills now. So I'm not getting live marked. My Deddy also is gonna re-up. Re-up. Now, I see the mistake all the time, okay? You have dead silence, it's popped, use it. You know, you shouldn't always be in a tucked in spot. You're pretty much invisible, right? So I'm moving, repositioning. Gonna go ahead and peek this side. I'm gonna see one cross to the left. I see another one. Gonna get some shots there. He's gonna reach out me right here. I'm gonna reach out him back. Make sure he's not pushing this way. Once I know, look where the zone's at. Once I know the zone is tucked over the side, because they went this way, and it's gonna cover this door because I have this in my sight. I know for sure they're going down this archway. So I'm holding it. They didn't push. I don't have enough time to rush that archway and to have that spot. It's going to be a 50-55, and I don't want that. So what I do is I'm going to hold this angle, get a reload in, and I'm not going to go for the full kill here. This is weird. I don't go for the full kill. So watch this. Get one. Do damage on the other guy. He does damage on me. I probably could have outgunned him there. But again, the storm's coming in, the gas mask animation, too much RNG. I'll reposition because I already have one player knocked. Even if he has self-revive, I know I could beat him if I tuck in the other archway. Gonna go ahead and re-up with the Mac or AMAX in hand. Peeking this with the left-hand side. Both knocked. Gonna get the full kill on 1. Get a reload in. Go for the full kill. 20 kills now with 44 up. Not a bad pace. And we're doing good. And we're gonna talk about rotation one more time because we pretty much cleared this area out. We got 2 kills there. Actually, 4 kills there. Let's go ahead and pop some UAVs in. I'm gonna pull up the map for you guys. And again, we're gonna talk about a rotation again. I'm gonna kind of play devil's advocate here and show you guys the different types of rotation. Boom. If you're somebody, don't take this the wrong way, because I love watching other streamers, YouTubers go for wins. But if you're somebody who likes to go for the wins and still want a little bit of kills, you're going to full send farmland. The reason you're going to full send farmland is because there's still a good amount of teams there and you're in zone. Now, if you're someone like me who I don't really care about the wins and I'd rather get as many kills possible, more opportunity, you're going to rush towards stadium. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to look around the map. Okay, there's 2 teams neighborhood. There's about a team, maybe 2 stadiums. Let's just say 1 for argument. So 3 teams so far, upper left. 4 teams, 5 teams, just on the left side of the map. All right, on the bottom right, there's 3. So 5 teams versus 3, more opportunity. I'm gonna go for that. So we'll go ahead and rotate towards stadium. And this is a good note to take. All right, this is something a lot of people do with shields, but you could also do with ammo. I'm gonna buy an ammo box. I'm gonna throw here. Now, if you know you're gonna backtrack and eventually hit this location again, it's out of zone, but it's pulling towards zone. I'm gonna drop some of my ammo. Pick up ammo, and you know, depending on, I don't have a lot of money. I can't buy another ammo box because I'm gonna buy UAV instead the next time around. But I'm gonna go ahead and prioritize leaving the ammo there, so if I circle back, I could replenish that. AMAX in hand. Again, you have to create an opening anytime you take a 1v4 fight. The only time you don't need to create an opening is if you got one player knocked. I mean, or if you're sneaking up on someone. So either opportunity or you sneak. Nothing else. You can't just rush your team if they know you're there. I get a full kill, so it's obviously now 1v3. I'm gonna buy a UAV quickly. Slide into the slide animation. 2 players above me. I actually messed up on this mantle, but I cleaned it up. So right here, I was prioritizing high ground. I end up mantling over by mistake. I'm cutting left. I hear one player down low. Don't go for the full kill because I know another player's down here. I need more time. I need to put down more players. That kill to my left, I should have went for the full kill, but there's a player above me on the roof. So for angle's sake, I got to be careful. Another player flying in. Not able to connect any shots there. Another player to my right-hand side. Now, I kind of forget about the player with the pistol. And I tunnel vision on one player. And that's going to be this guy with the gun. I thought I could put him down in time. The guy with the pistol ended up landing good shots. Something almost killing my armor. He's going to jump down on me, get a gun, and try to push me right away. Now, I am not going to get this kill right here. So close. I have 8 shots left. I don't want to push into zone. Zone's moving pretty fast, and there's still another player up with a weapon who's probably have a better angle on me than I do for him. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on my rotation, lose out on 1 kill, and I still have 2 knocks. So I'm looking, all right, there's 2 players left. Where can they be? I'm holding this angle with the AMAX, AR in hand. They're going to both get up. Going to get 1 knock. Go for the second knock. Full kill. 24 kills. Remember the ammo? And remember the ammo I dropped? I'm going to circle back, pick that ammo up, and continue to move. It's always important you kind of play 2-3 steps ahead. Not even play, but think 2-3 steps ahead. Because by doing that, you're able to capitalize and predict future movements for not just yourself, but the teams you're fighting. So I'm going to kind of bounce around here, look around, and I'm going to take the fight that I think is going to be the most important and the most active. And I'm going to take the most active fight because, again, you want a lot of kills. You got to take the fights and don't let anyone else on your map kill. So I see red dots. They're fighting that area. I need to get involved. Even if I'm a third party, I need to get all the kills possible. I can't let them fight and let one team remaining. Even if I get 1 kill off the other team. That's a kill I didn't have. I'm going to rush towards that. Sorry, I'm going to rush towards that. And then we'll jump into live commentary once I get into that position. So this is actually one of my favorite fights of the game. And it's so simple. But you guys can learn a lot from it. So there's a player that's going to pop up here. He's going to jump out that window. As I'm driving, there's a lot of things that go into this. Centering, positioning, and tempo. All in one within a short fight. So as I'm driving, I'm looking to the right. I thought I saw someone go through that door. This guy jumps out here. This player is now trying to get his centering down. He's a good player, an experienced player. He gets his centering down before he takes shots. He's not shooting just to shoot. As I'm driving, I notice he's about to lock on his centering. You either jump out the car right away, but I had no cover, or I wait till he gets his centering down. I'm behind cover, and as soon as he takes shots, I throw him off by jumping off. So I jump off right here. I tuck to the right, getting behind this piece of cover, AMAX in hand. And as I jumped off, I was looking in his direction. So all I need to do is watch for my crosshairs. I think I land about right here, and all I got to do is dash to the right. If you get out the car and you're looking straight, your sway is going to take too long. He's going to land some shots on you. You might even lose that fight. I should look where my crosshairs at. It's right here. So I just got to aim up. Boom. Pick up the tempo. I don't want to give him any breathing room nor his teammates because I know it's a knock. I'm going to slide in here, get the full kill. I'm going to pop 2 plates before I jump out that window. Any normal player would have tucked in this corner and waited until they fully played it and then made a move. Think about that. And I think I talked about it earlier. You don't want to put yourself in a position that you can't win a 1v4 fight. In this room, if they start flooding me, whether I had a fully loaded Mac 10, fully armored, I'm not going to win a 1v4 if they all time it right. So I'm going to go ahead and disengage after I pop 2 plates and prioritize my positioning. Disengage all the way on the right-hand side and just get on and get out. And now constantly moving, and notice I'm going cover to cover. I'm going cover to cover as much as I can. I'm going to the railings. I'm now cutting to the left inside. Get a little tag up there. And I'm going to go ahead and try to get on a level that they're not expecting. And we'll kind of jump towards that and see how I take this fight. So right about here, I'm on the roof now. And I hear them fighting. I'm going to hear a couple smokes and stuff getting thrown. So I'm like, they're not throwing at me because I've been out of the fight for a minute. So they're fighting someone else. I'm going to make sure I switch to the Mac 10 before I jump up. Jump through here. 1 player in the building. Gonna get the full kill. And immediately back up. Again, like I talked about a couple minutes ago, that's not a position I want to take a 1v4 fight. I'm going to scan this. Although I only have 2 pings on this, there could be 2 more who are ghosted. So I'm going to go cover to cover. Go to the crate first. Check the windows. Check the LOS. And I'm going to reposition myself back up top. And wait for another opening to take that fight. So because I'm not gaining tags anymore, either A, they're going to be ghosted in front of me. Or 2, they're moving as a team, which kind of that heartbeat gave me that information. And they're rotating far a scrap. So this is what I'm going to... This is a better example called centering. And centering is basically take a look at that white dot on my screen the whole time when I take this next fight. So I'm going to take a look at the loot. And then watch as I peek this right corner. I'm looking at the loot. Okay. I'm going to slow down. That white dot on my screen. That's what I like to call the center point. Centering. As I turn corners, as I check doorways, as I'm running or rotating, I use that white dot as a center point to predict where that player might be. I'm not looking down. I'm not looking up because a player's not going to be up top, nor is he going to be down low on the floor. You need to use that dot to put it in the spot where you're predicting a player, because a faster ADS is going to come a faster kill speed, TTK. So look where my dot is right now. Perfect timing. Look where my dot is. I'm first going to check the left-hand side head glitch. Nothing there. And as soon as I don't see him in there, I'm dashing to the right and I'm checking this hallway. And I'm holding it. Nothing there. There's nothing there, but I'm not going to just like forget about it, start looking left and right. I'm going to pull my gun still in the same position. And if he crosses me, all I have to do is hold ADS. I could go for hip fire shots first because it doesn't matter. My crosshair is still there. And look how fast I kill this guy. He jumps in my crosshairs, my center point. All I got to do is ADS. Instantly put him down. He didn't even finish his bunny hop and I was able to kill him. Reposition myself. We don't know if there's ghosted. I find out right about now that there's only one player based off the audio cue. We would have heard more movement if there's more than just one. I got the Mac 10. Gonna go for the ramp play here. He's gonna get lucky thermite on me, or predicted, whatever you want to call it. So I gotta disengage. I'm gonna use the AMAX to check the upper scaffs because they're a little bit harder to peek. I see him on the left hand side. Switch to the Mac 10. I now need to create an opening. I gotta keep my distance until I have the health advantage. Going left and right. I break his armor. That's my advantage to peek through. Slide down here. Get the full kill. 28 kills now with 11 players remaining. Now this is a little tip, and then we'll fast forward a little bit, but you're going to see me looting up the bodies I killed. As the game goes on and less players are alive, the less effective the heartbeat's going to be because everyone's getting ghosts. It's the #1 second perk to get. So when you can, pick up a better secondary because that heartbeat is slowly going to become less effective and it probably will end up killing you because you're constantly checking it and they're going to be ghosted players. So pick up a tactical. A decoy's going to pick up what I'm going to be picking up and I'm going to be using this for my rotations. So right about here, I'm not taking any fights and there's no reason you should be taking fights. The reason for that is because if I take a fight right here, based off my location, and there are only 3 teams remaining, not including myself 4, even if I squad wipe 1, I'm now revealing my position, and as a solo, it's a lot harder to break a rotation for myself rotating into a zone, especially with limited cover. So you got to know your surroundings. Right here is a fail of trigger discipline. I'll call out my mistakes. I thought he was going to stay prone. He was actually snaking. So I'm going to reveal my position, and I'm not even going to get a kill for that. But thank God I have the decoys. I could throw it out in the open as if I'm pushing them, so they can focus on the left as I rotate on the right hand side. And again, cover to cover, building to building. And if there's no buildings and there's no cover, you need to make sure you're rotating by using tree lines, bushes, and even the hill. And I'll give you an example right there. I learned from my first mistake. I shouldn't have taken that shot. I have a decoy. We'll throw it in that same position because there's a team in the front and the barn. If you haven't noticed, a team in the barn and a team shooting them on the left hand side. So by drawing everyone else's attention on that side of the map, this will give me a free rotation and something able to kind of capitalize on and not put myself in a spot where I'm rotating out in the open. So watch as I rotate. One bad mistake here, I broke glass on my rotation. But rock, going to rock. Okay. Going to the tree and then using the hill as cover. And laying down here. There's not a lot of cover. There's not a bunch of rocks here. There's not, you know, a broken down car. There's nothing here other than what you see. So I'm like, all right, what am I going to do here? I have 2 decoys in hand. Not much. I don't know what it's called. Swamp, grass, whatever you want to call it. Even using that to block their LOS in case they peek over. I'm now behind that. I'm kind of hiding. And I'm going to take a slow rotation. And I'll let this game play out with some epic music so you guys can see. I'm going to play a slow rotation. Prioritize 1 kill at a time. Prioritizing the better kills at the same time. And you guys will see if or if I don't clutch up at the end. And I have something to talk to you guys about at the end of the video. So make sure you guys stay to that. So watch how I play this out and watch how I use the decoys and see if you can pick up on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Thank you guys for sticking to the end of the video. And something I want to talk about, I get these comments all the time on Twitch chat and YouTube, TikTok, IG, Twitter, everywhere. Lucky, watch this 20-minute gameplay with me, man. Give me your live content. Give me some tips. I want to improve as a player. And I love that about you guys. You guys are always trying to get better. But there's hundreds of you guys telling me to read, and I can't do every single one. And I don't want to choose favorites, and I don't have favorites. So what I'm doing now every day, how I end my stream off, I go ahead and I do a solo spectating. So what I do is I let you guys all stream snipe me. I'll kill myself off rip, and I'll spectate you, and you can kill the person I'm spectating, and I can spectate your gameplay, give you tips, or I could just honestly just play your game and hopefully I spectate you. But it allows you guys to get a chance to be viewed in front of 1,000, 2,000 people, as well as letting me give you guys tips on how to improve your gameplay. And so if you guys are interested in that, twitch.tv/LuckyChamu. We're gonna start doing that every night. And if you guys enjoyed the video, again, leave that like. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.